small area, it can affect your entire horse's body, musculature, and overall biomechanics. It's so important that we address your horse's pull as part of their everyday massage and workout program. Today we are going to explore the Team VE approach to pull health and wellness in our horses. There are many factors that can cause pull tension in our horses. Pull tightness may appear as just a vague resistance. For example, when your horse's pull muscles are tight on the left-hand side, he or she will lean more into that left rein, not releasing to be able to bend as readily to the right side. You'll learn that this small region plays a large role in your horse's overall movement. If you think of your horse's motion as a wave that originates in his hind end and flows through his body and neck, you can see that the pull is the point at which the wave ends. The energy flows all the way from the hind end to the head. If the pull is tight on one side or both, it interrupts the completion of this wave, and its freedom of movement is key in your horse's entire ease of movement. Regions of the head and upper neck that we consider when considering the pull region are the temporalis muscles here on the forehead underneath the forelock, the masseter muscles sitting on your horse's cheek, responsible for chewing and opening and closing that jaw. And then just behind the skull, above C1 and C2, there are a bunch of small, dense muscles, part of the obliquus and rectus capitis groups. These small muscles are connected to the rest of your horse's neck. The obvious influences that impact your horse's pull region are from the halter, the bridle, how your horse is ridden, the frame in which they are ridden. But naturally, horses can accumulate tension in this region quite readily, as they've evolved for thousands of years to be grazers, aka thousands of years to move their mouths constantly and affect their pull region. More movement of any musculature region can lead to increased contractile fiber and tension. As you can see, when I put my fingers rudely into Juno's mouth, I can see that I'm moving all of those small muscles that I pointed out earlier in the video. And these are the muscles that are impacted when your horse is chewing. Now that we are familiar with the small muscles of the pull region, aside from chewing, let's get into what movements they are responsible for in our athlete. Firstly, they are capable of this up and down movement. They are also capable of this side-to-side no movement. And lastly, they can rotate your horse's head into this like motion. If your horse is exhibiting signs of stiffness when you are asking for any of these movements, here are some massage techniques you can use to help supple this region and promote fluidity. The first stroke I'm going to show you is super easy. You're just going to go in the same direction as your horse's fur. Underneath my hands here is C1 and all those small dense pull muscles that sit above it. The direction of these fibers move from the head downwards. So I'm just going to go in the same direction of those muscle fibers, the same direction of your horse's fur to warm up that tissue. Just moving up and down, up and down. This is a great way to warm up the tissue and to not cause too much breakage of those muscle fibers just yet. You'll see that I'm starting to incorporate the second stroke, which are some small circular movements on these fibers. As I keep going up and down, I'm going to start incorporating some small circular movements too that go against the grain of those muscle fibers. In this massage, you'll see that Juno shows some reactivity to these strokes. See how I'm applying those circular strokes and she's kind of moving away? She's showing me signs of discomfort and that this is not really enjoyable for her. In a case like this, and what I'm doing, which is kind of hard to tell, I'm just alleviating my pressure just a little bit and keeping it super gentle. It's a small area. We know it plays a big role in our horse. They're very sensitive to this region, so it's important that when they respond like this, to take it nice and easy. In a case like this, I might consider calling your professional body worker to come out and work on your horse. This requires a certain feel to move towards. By the end of this session, you'll see that I have gotten her to relax and to release this region, but it has taken a few minutes. I let her stare off into the distance to get a little bit distracted. There's a little kid on a tractor and a doggy out there. And I'm going to keep incorporating a combination of up and down strokes and circular strokes in this region. She's still slightly distracted, and this is still slightly uncomfortable for her. So I'm just going to take it nice and easy. Let her smell my hand. Give her a little bit of a break and do some range of motion exercises in between. This is the third and final technique that you can use. You'll see that as I asked her to bend her poll to the left, we got a little bit of a release, and now she's way more into these up and down strokes that I'm doing. So it's that combination of massaging up and down, circular strokes, and those range of motion techniques that'll really, really help you promote suppleness and fluidity in your horse's poll. Now she's loving these strokes because we were able to reduce the tension and get rid of that pesky knot that was causing her a little bit of discomfort. Continue applying up and down and circular strokes with a very, very gentle hand. We're going to finish the session by just lowering the head and allowing their poll muscles to release and to relax, just like so. After you've applied your massages, I would test the range of motion exercises that we did earlier. Up and down, side to side, and rotator movements. See if you feel any differences from side to side. Be sure to apply this on the right side as well. This way you can really see and feel the changes you've made with your massages. Thanks for tuning in to episode 5 of Horse Life with Juno. We hope that you found these tips useful and that you can apply them in your everyday program with your horses. If there's any other content you'd like to see on Horse Life, let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching!